Haas, Director of Membership Services for the Greater Reading Chamber Alliance, and I'm joined today by Frank Buttaro of the Colebrookdale Railroad. And Frank, you are the Marketing Director, correct?
Well, yeah, Director of Marketing and Business Development.
Excellent, excellent. So why don't we start out, why don't you tell us a little bit about what is the Colebrookdale Railroad?
Well, basically, the Colebrookdale Railroad, we're a tourist attraction.
Okay.
And we're a railroad that's been preserved. We just celebrated our 150th anniversary.
Yes.
Of the railroad tracks, and back after the Civil War, they built the tracks, and it was, a running and working railroad.
Okay.
So we had a nice celebration. We had a community event during the day, and then we drove a golden spike into the track.
Awesome.
Some of our local politicians were there to do that. And then at night we had a soiree, a Great Gatsby themed cocktail party.
Oh, that's so cool.
And so it was a very successful event. So we, and basically we're a tourist attraction, and we bring people in from all over the country that come to ride our train. We've been in operation now about 5 years. We're in our 5th year.
Okay.
Our passenger count continues to grow every year.
Nice.
We would like more people to come out,
right.
obviously. But we do special events. Our train basically is a 2-hour ride.
Okay.
And what we do is we go from Boyertown. We board in Boyertown right now. Now we're building a station in Pottstown.
Oh, okay.
Which should be completed hopefully by the end of the year or so.
Oh, excellent.
But we go to Pottstown. It's 8.6 miles down to Pottstown, and then 8.6 miles back.
Okay.
So it's about a 2-hour ride.
Okay.
But we do dinner trains. We do special event trains. We do tastings, wine tastings, beer tastings in our parlor car. We just had in August, we did a zoo train where we took our doodle bug, we call it. It's like a trolley.
Okay.
And we went down to a farm, and you got off and you got to pet the animals and so forth and so on.
Cool.
And we're going to be utilizing that doodle bug, but you'll see it in our schedule. It'll be called the Brill Motor Car, because that's basically what it is. So we do a lot of stuff. We're getting ready now to gear up for our fall foliage season, which the leaves will start changing colors.
Right.
And it's a beautiful scenic ride down the tracks into Pottstown, where you have creeks on the left side, and you have woods, and sometimes you see deer, and you see some other, you'll see a bald eagle once in a while, and so forth. So it's a very scenic and an attractive ride. So we're gearing up for that. And then starting November 16th, we'll go into our holiday season, which we have Santa Claus. We're going to use our doodle bug, our Brill motor car. We're going to use and do that and utilize that with the Santa. We're going to call it the Santa trolley. Okay. So they'll be doing some short runs with that trolley, and then we'll be doing our long runs with the Polar Bear Express. Santa's Polar Bear Express, we call it. And then at nighttime, we do 'Twas the Night Before Christmas.
Oh, nice.
And
so you have some
where
different excursions.
Santa reads the 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, and the kids read along, and they come in pajamas. Even the adults come in pajamas.
Right. That's
so
pretty
it's pretty cool.
Well, so I want to touch a little bit about, I had an opportunity to take a tour of the trains when we first met a couple months ago. And just to be clear, like, we're not talking about like an Amtrak style train or an open type, train with plastic seats. I mean, these are restored cars. They're restored back to period condition and decor. Is that correct?
Yes, that is true. Our volunteers have actually spent over 100,000 hours getting these trains back into the condition of what they look like back in the 1900s. Okay. In fact, twice our car was used in 2 movie productions. Okay. Because they needed a train car that looked back that it was in the 1900s. And we're volunteer based. We're always looking for new volunteers. And we actually, I want to bring this out, that the investment that we put into this railroad equates to over $6 million of economic impact to Boyertown, and more to come. Right. So, And you know, we bring about 30 to 35,000 visitors a year to Boyertown itself. The train brings.
That's amazing.
So, and there's a lot to do in Boyertown. It's not just a train. We have a glass blowing studio. We have a history vehicle museum. We have an old time candy shop called the Peppermint Stick. We have several restaurants. We have a bed and breakfast called Twin Terrace, which is an old style, Victorian style, hotel. So there's a lot to do. You could spend a day in Boyertown. We have a really unique gift shop called Dancing Tree, which brings crafts in from different artists all over the country. So it's pretty, you can come in, ride the train, and then spend the entire day.
In Boyertown.
We just opened, right across from our rail yard, just opened up a small coffee shop called the Brakeman Cafe, where they do coffee and breakfast and small lunches and stuff. So there's a lot to do in Boyertown. So, come. We've had people in 12 different countries come and ride our train.
That's fantastic. So when I was also last there, I know the railroad itself was doing a lot of construction. I believe you guys are actually building a new building there. You had like a small ticket place with some souvenirs, but I think you were also in the process of building an actual station.
Yes. Yes. Once the Pottstown station is complete, then we will start in 2020 the actual building of our Boyertown station, and that will be like the welcome center of Boyertown. We intend to, the one plan I saw intends to have like a restaurant in there. It'll be a bigger souvenir place to buy your souvenirs and so forth, and it'll be our ticket station. And it'll be designed basically into the old Victorian style. Even like the Pottstown station, I think our fireplace came from France. They find these things. Our designer finds our stuff online, and we get stuff and we're preserving it. And that's the whole idea. I mean, Nathaniel Guest, our executive director, he's really big on preservation. In fact, he teaches preservation law up in Cornell University.
Well, I had the opportunity to attend y'all's gala at the Public Museum. I believe that was back in February, and it was just amazing to see. Having seen the pieces on the train and then kind of seeing them out of the train separately, you could really kind of appreciate them for each individual. I mean, these are really artworks that you're talking about.
The stained glass and everything.
And even the lamp posts.
The lamp posts, the gas lanterns, and so forth. And, excellent. So it's really it's going to be like like to say, it's not a train ride; it's an experience, and you're going back in time.
That's fantastic.
So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot
excellent.
of fun. So please come ride the train in the Colebrookdale Railroad train especially during the fall and the holiday season.
Very good. Well, thank you so much. I've learned a lot more today, and congratulations on 150 years of the railroad. And thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Thanks for having me.